All right. This makes winter number 2, or season 1.5 on the old torpedo jet heater. I'm going to do a little maintenance on it, take it apart and clean it all out. I had a comment on one of my other videos about my add-on tank, fuel tank, so that I don't have to worry about filling this thing up. It only works with just a couple of the jugs that I've got, and they're both these. Got two different ones. I've got this one that's got the government approved safety spout on it, but you got to push that down to get fuel out of it. And then I've got this one over here that you got to push the green button down to get fuel out of it. There's my button pusher. But anyway, the way it works, both of these nozzles, the tanks, the jugs are both sealed. The only way to get air back into the jug as the fuel is coming out is through the same nozzle that the fuel's coming out of. So what happens is, if you set something, I've been using this little silver case this winter, but if you set something on the floor back here kind of behind it to hold the jug, you can put the jug down in it. The blue one, you kind of have to jam it up against the heater to compress the lever. The red one, I just put that big spring clamp on it and squeeze the button down. And what happens, it'll fill up until the level of fuel in the heater reaches the tip of the nozzle, and then it seals off. And because it can't get air in, it creates kind of a vacuum inside the jug. And then as the fuel level, as the heater burns fuel, that level goes down. It just maintains an even an even volume of fuel in the heater coming out of the jug. And if I'm out here for all day, I can have this thing running and have one of those. You know, if you put this under it, the level in the heater doesn't get quite as full because it tips the jug further and the tips further down in. I'm sure that's totally defeating the government's safety idea behind making these safety nozzles. But yeah, that's Ford Farmer, I think, was who had the question, and that's how I do it. But so I've got these two jugs that work. I don't know if that one will do it or not. I haven't. No, it's got an air valve, but it's a smaller tank, and it works well when the heater is completely empty. I can just tip it up, just set it on the ground, and just let it go, and the heater will hold more than the heater holds almost a full jug. So if the heater is really low, I can just tip that over and walk away from it. And then I've got one more safety can buried down in there. That one's a huge pain in the neck to because you got to use a funnel, and then you got to stand there and hold it and pour it in. And it's actually easier for me to take, because this has got a big fill hole in it. I can actually take the yellow jug, pour it into the red jug, and then I set it up as my extra automatic refill jug on the heater. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and take the heater apart. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 5 screws that hold the lid on. I'll pull the top off, and then we'll get in there, just check it all out, clean the nozzle, maybe look at the filters, knock the dust out of them, and then we'll put her back together. So, but I think I need one more heavier layer. It's a little cooler out here than I thought. It's not bad outside in the sun with the flannel shirt I got on. I'm gonna put a heavier shirt on, then we'll come out and I'll get this zipped apart. And once I get her apart, because you don't need to see me. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get you up on the tripod. Maybe you can watch along as I as I piddle in the garage. Or in that comment about this, he said he'd like to watch me work out here. He called it tinkering. I call it anywhere from piddling to tinkering to puttering, dinking. I dink around out here. That's the one I use the most. Is I dink around out here in the garage. But I'm gonna get a warmer shirt on. We'll get the tripod set up, and we'll dink around it, cleaning up the heater, so we can get that on, knock the chill off. And then I'm going to try to work on getting my split and stand fixed so we can get back to the old Jetstar. But anyway, I'll be back. All right, back out here to work on the old torpedo jet heater thing. Get my info and wisdom. I thought, hey, why don't we just start it up and let it run for a minute, warm up the garage, take the chill off. And just now as I walked out, I thought, oh, that's a good idea, genius. Now everything's going to be hot inside while you're trying to mess with it. But anyway, at least it's not quite so cold out here. Not that it's cold out. I haven't looked at the thermometer, but I don't know, it's supposed to be 40, 50 degrees, something crazy like that for Christmas Eve. Definitely not having a white Christmas here in central Indiana, that's for sure. Oh. Yeah, that's not too bad. Be alright. Most of what we're going to be doing is going to be, I said there was 10, I think there might just only be 8 bolts holding this thing together. Math is hard. Alright. Whoa. Don't go throwing those away. You're needing them a little bit. Alright. Flashlight so I can see in there better. Anyway. Is that all up together? Or something? Alright. Yeah. Some dirt there for sure. Now let's take the filter housing off. Alright. Come with me. We're going to look at this thing. Alright, so for those of you not familiar with these torpedoes, how they work, burner chambers here. We got our fuel nozzle, and I'm assuming that that's the igniter. We got a fan that is dirty and it's been flinging dirt. We're going to clean that up. Electric motor. Back here's the air pump. In behind here there is a deal with vanes, centrifugal force, whatever. Anyway, it pumps air through here down to the pressurized fuel tank, whatever, somehow pulls fuel. So the air pump, I think most of them are set for like 3 psi. It pumps air, get that back where it belongs, pumps the air up through the nozzle, and the 3 psi air hits the fuel coming out of the nozzle, which vaporizes it, ignites it. The fan, you can kind of hear the air pump back there. The fan blows air through the burner chamber, and that's how, yeah, anyway. But I noticed, so this is one of the filters, this is a filter that goes over the, and that thing is dirty. So we'll probably fire up the air compressor, maybe blow that out. How dirty that one is. Oh, that's got some, yeah, that one's pretty dirty too. So we'll blow those all out. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff coming out of there. Look at it. Yeah, so we'll blow those all out, and then there's another little one in there. We'll probably blow that out too. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get this thing cleaned up. It looks like the igniter is, I think I'm going to have to take the igniter. I should just, on the nozzle, just give it like a quarter turn and back it out. So, I'm going to go ahead and shut you off for now while I get the rest of this apart. Maybe. Let's see what happens if we take it. Alright, that's loose. That out. Very gentle. I don't know what I'm taking out here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Them things. Okay, that's kind of dirty too. Can you see all that? It's white here, but not there. Yeah, so basically it's just smacking electricity across there, and that's a big jump, and it just arcs up. Yeah, we look a little dirty. So I may just I don't know, brake clean or something. Oh boy. Yeah, that's probably why I was getting flame coming out of the end. We're not got a clean burn going on in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut you off while I blow filters out and see if I can get that nozzle out of there, or the tip out. We'll brake clean it up real good, and we'll see if I can find a brush or something, and we'll clean that up. And anyway, hopefully we get her all back together. She burns a little cleaner, a little hotter, a little less stinky. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, back out here on the torpedo heater. Battery was getting low on the camera, so I went ahead and stuck it on the charger for a little bit. And just interest of getting stuff done, I went ahead and finished putting it all, cleaning it up, putting it all back together. So we'll see what happens when we flip the switch. The light came on. That's a good start. Oh, it has thermostat control. There's the sparkers sparking. And it's burning. Still blowing flame out the end. I don't remember doing that last year. Anyway, all right. I tried to maintenance it. We'll see what happens when it shuts off, whether it stinks like it was doing. I have some concerns that maybe in storage a critter or something crawled in and made a nest inside the burner chamber, but I don't know. It's back together making heat. I'm going to run to that supply parts tractor store place. And see about getting the all thread and stuff to fix the splitting stand. But for now, we're going to call annual maintenance on the torpedo jet engine heater done. I'll be back.